So today we are going to solve container with most water. Here we are given an array which is denoting height of containers, and we have to find the maximum area which water can contain between them, right? For summary, we have a container, right? Suppose this is array, so we have to find maximum areas. I will show you what is area firstly. Suppose we are selecting 1 and 2 here, the area which will contain if the water is poured on it, right? So if water is poured on it, basically if we select 1 and 2 here only, the after 1 the water will start to pour, it will overflow and will not be contained in it. So only at this level it will be selected. So this will only be the area in which water will be, okay, because after this it will overflow. So it will be height into breadth. The breadth is indexed value, so 0 1 2 3 4 5, so 5. So here his area will be 5. So we have to select the maximum area. If we selected 3 and 1, it will be till 3 and it will be 4 into 1. So such wise we have to select two indexes such that the area is maximum, right? So here we can observe, right, 1 4 3 1 3 and here 2, that uh, that when we get into when we have to find area, we can select minimum of any two indexes, right? Suppose I1 and I2 multiplied by their differences, I2 minus I1. Here I can say array of I1 and array of I2. So we have to select minimum value between those two and multiply it with their indexes difference. Okay, this is the area. So first approach would be to calculate area with every what you can say every element, right? If we calculate every index element with every index element with every value, so we will get maximum area. That will be brute force approach. It will be run in of n square, like bubble sort, but it will give us time exclusion error. So method which we can observe is, we have to increase the height to contain water, to contain more water, right? By this you can observe that to contain more water you can decrease 1 here and go to 4. So like the height level will be increased and it will be with 2. So it will be 2 multiplied by the difference in index, which would be 5 minus 1, which will be 4. So the area is increased, right? Before it was 5 and now it is 8. So it is increased when we increase the height. So how can we increase the height, right? How can we know to increase it? What we are going to do is, we are going to initialize p1 at the 0th index, and we are going to initialize p2 at the last index. So the example which is given here, 1862. So yeah, here we initialize 2 pointer here. So whenever we get the here area would be 7 1 minimum. We have to select minimum and their index difference, which will be 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So 8 will be the area. But now we can see that because of this one, area is decreasing, right, between 7 and 1. So what we are going to do is, we are going to update this p1 and increase its value. So now p2 will point here, and when this happens, we are going to again calculate the area. So it will be 7, because now 7 is smaller. 7 into their index difference, which should be 7. Okay, so it will be 49, which is obviously greater. And then we know that P2 is smaller. Now we are going to decrease it. So it will point here towards 3, right? And now minimum is 3, so 8 in 3 into 6 would not be greater, right? So because observe here is that that when we were in 7, right, why did we increase P1, right? When we're in 7, it what happened, it 7 multiplied by 6 happened. Okay, now we have two options, to either increase P1 or to decrease P2, to decrease P2 or to increase P1. Now you notice that this value is obviously going to decrease, right? And we know that uh, the element uh, now is 8 is greater than 7 now. Okay, suppose the element after it is greater than 7. Okay, it suppose it is 100 only. Okay, so what is going to happen is, we 107 we are going to select 7 only. So here we will select 7 only. If we just we don't affect P2, right? But this value is decreased, so whole value would be decreased nonetheless. Okay, but if we increase this, if we decrease this, there is a possibility that our value will increase, because now 8 into 5 is a possibility. Okay, it is still lesser than 49, but if it was greater than 18, if it was 18 into 7, 18, then we are going to select 7 only, because it is smaller, and 7 into 7 is going to happen, and we are going to 49. But if we increase the P1, right, so what is going to happen is 7 only is going to select, and we are going to multiply it by 5. But if we decrease the P2, we have still chances to get some element which would be either greater than 7 or smaller than 7. So for that only purpose, we are decreasing or increasing the smaller value element. We are just affecting the index or pointer which is pointing towards smaller element, because there is chances of getting bigger element afterwards. So here we are given an array. So we are going to assign max area in float INF, right? Float minus INF, because it will hold the maximum value. So we are going to initialize it with maximum negative value, and then what we are going to do is we are going to assign two pointers. First would be left pointer, second would be right pointer, which will point towards last index. So last index would be length of height minus 1, while we are going to iterate over it, while left is smaller than right, right? So if so, what is area? Area is height minimum of height of left comma height of right multiplied by their differences in index, right? So this is our area, and max area is max of area and its value. So if left index is height of left is greater than height of right, right? If it is greater, then we need to decrease the right pointer, and if height of left elif and if height of left is smaller than height of right, then we need to increase the left pointer. Okay, if it firstly at 7 and 1 the left pointer would increase to 8, so it will go in this condition because height of left is smaller. So there would be condition when both height are same, right? So in that condition we have to increase the left by 1 and we have to decrease the right by 1, because uh, to to check the maximum condition, we have to check maximum condition for both indexed, right? Because both have same values, so there is no possibility of increasing, right? Even if the next value is increased value, we are still going to get the less value because indexed is because this value is decreased, right? And minimum would be, if even if we get, suppose here would be 8 and 8, and even if we get if we suppose increase the left value, even if it is 100, the right value is still going to be the same, which is 7, and we have decreased just index, so obviously the area would be lesser than the previous. So that is why we are affecting both pointers, we are increasing one and decreasing one, and we are going to return the maximum area. So see if it runs.